As you can tell, I'm wearing the same outfit I wore when I did my Giver review. That's because I'm recording this right after I did that one. I know they're going up on separate days, but I figured I have time, so I might as well record 2 videos now and upload one of them later. And in case you can't tell, or you should be able to tell because the title's right up there, I am doing another entry in my top 11 favorite Clone Wars episodes because I want to get this done before the Rebels comes out, which I am going to talk about. And the next episode, first off, I'm going to say this right now. First off, I'm sorry Umbara's not on here. I love it, but I couldn't put everything on here. Honorable mention. So this next episode, I said before this is going to be the one fun arc on my episode on my list. Because Clone Wars, while a lot of it's really good, a lot of the best stuff tends to be the most dark and intense. And I wanted to put something on here that was fun and light because, sorry, there's something back there I need to take care of. Fun and light. And there aren't that many really good, fun, light filler episodes of the Clone Wars. Just fun entertainment. But there was this one episode, actually there was an arc that I thought was pretty good and fun and just overall captured the fun, classic Star Wars vibe that Filoni's talking about in Rebels. And if you haven't figured out what I'm talking about yet, I'm of course talking about the R2, D2, and C-3PO arc from Season 4, which consists of... Hang on, what does it consist of again? It consists of 2 episodes. One is Mercy Mission, and the other is Nomad Droids. But the bigger question is, which episode is it? Well, here's the thing. It's Nomad Droids. And the reason why is, Mercy Mission, while I liked it, again, I love when they go underground, they find those really cool creatures, but it took a while to get going. The midget creatures were a little annoying for my taste, but, the episode acknowledged it. Nomad Droids, for me, was fun. It really had the classic Star Wars feel. I mean, there were some nods to A New Hope, which were nice, but the episode was still its own thing. I really liked the feel of this episode. You have this big battle going on, but we're not going to focus on that. We're going to focus on something smaller. We're going to focus on R2 and 3PO. I love when they're just chilling in the ship, and then this battle breaks out. And then we're focusing on R2 and 3PO running around in this battle, and meanwhile, in the background, you see clone troopers fighting. You see a lightsaber battle between a Jedi and Grievous. R2 gets into a ship. 3PO goes into a ship with him. They fly out. You literally see the Republic ship getting attacked by the Separatists. And something about just seeing this big battle from their perspective just was fun. Because usually in Clone Wars, we get, really big... I don't know. For some reason, the battle felt bigger just seeing it from a smaller perspective. It's kind of like when you zoom out of something. When you zoom out of something, it doesn't seem that big. But when you're, right there, or, right in the center, it just seems so big. And I like how, very similar to A New Hope, we go from this really big thing into something really small, which is, again, this fun little adventure. And I generally enjoyed the planets R2 and 3PO went to. They were really cool and really unique. And there was this sense of fun, wonder, and discovery on all these planets. I like seeing all these unique parts of the galaxy that are some extent uncharted, some extent untainted by the war. It very much reminded me of A New Hope, where you land on this planet that just feels you're not really sure where you are or what's going on. I mean, unless, of course, you saw the prequels first, which I did, so I was like, oh, they're on Tatooine, as opposed to where the heck are they? But, yeah, I saw Phantom Menace first. That's the story for another time. I am going to be doing a video about how I got introduced to Star Wars at some point, but I digress. And so yeah, there was fun. I really liked all the little incidents that R2 and 3PO bumped into when they were on their planets. And it was also really nice at working in drama. There's some really touching scenes. There's the moment when R2 and 3PO shut down, they lie there, down. And even though you know they're going to make it, I mean, because they're in Revenge of the Sith, so obviously they're going to make it. And I just realized Rick's pointing his gun at my head. I digress. But yeah, so even though you know what's going to happen, these characters are going to make out, you still feel for them. And I think that's really impressive because early on when the show started, I was like, it's hard for me to feel for these characters when I know what's going to happen. But something about this moment, and it's been a while since I saw the episode, so forgive me if I'm a little if my memory is a little fuzzy on it, but something about that moment just works so well. And it was also another reason why I enjoyed this episode, because it's just a fun, light filler arc. And in a when you have a season full of really dark, intense stuff, it's nice to have something fun and light. Kind of like with Last Airbender, how amidst, like, right before our dark, intense series finale, you had this, like, fun little episode. So, I really enjoyed that. And, see, it was nice to have something fun, and it was refreshing, and not only that, but it was fun, and it worked. Like, oftentimes when Clone Wars tries to be fun or goofy, like, especially in the earlier seasons, it didn't work. Or, like, recently, they did a Season 6 arc called The Disappeared with Jar Jar Mace, which, while fun, it was a little annoying. So, I need to give them props for making it work, and for it being a straight-up filler. I mean, I doubt anything in this arc was intended to come back. I mean, nothing came back in the episodes we saw, and I really would be really surprised if anything would have come out of this. Oh yeah, I just remembered a sort of bad example of when they tried to do fun light filler. The Droids arc in Season 5. So yeah, so to bring it all back, oftentimes Filoni will talk about how with Rebels he's going to try and capture that classic Star Wars feel. But for me, he already did it with this episode. It's kind of reminds me very much of A New Hope. It has the right amount of fun, adventure, humor, drama, and sense of wow. And whereas Rebels just looks dumb and goofy. But who knows, maybe it'll be awesome. Now, there was an arc. I don't know if there were any more fun, light arcs planned for the Clone Wars. There is one I think might have been. And at some point I'm going to do a video saying, like, all the arcs that I know were planned for Clone Wars, just for you guys and just so everyone knows what was planned. But I digress. But there was this one arc I found out. I was talking to Brent Freeman via Twitter, who's pretty open about the Clone Wars, specifically the stuff he wrote for the show. And he mentioned that he wrote a Rex and R2-D2 arc for Season 8. And for me, that sounds like a fun, light arc. And I'm really curious to see if it was. Or there was, like, Season 6 was going to have an Anakin Obi-Wan on an adventure arc, which, unfortunately, the animation wasn't finished for. So, maybe those would have been fun. But, anyway, to bring it back to the episode, this episode arc took two characters that two really enjoyable characters from the Star Wars universe who are from the original trilogy and gave them a fun, light arc episode to do, and again, just really capture the classic Star Wars feel. And, you know, considering, like, the fact that I could just have fun with this and not care that it has nothing to do with anything, or be thinking, like, I can't wait to get to the Darth Maul arc. Like, kudos need to be given to this episode, and I really hope that Rebels can be fun and entertaining like this episode is, although I doubt it. But we'll wait and see. So yeah, that's all I have to say about this. Please join me next time when I discuss my next episode, which is creepy. Is something that it's kind of cool to see on the show, and also is planting the seeds for one of my favorite arcs in the Clone Wars series. So, see you then. And also, please leave in the comments what you thought of this episode, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, because I'm curious. And before I go, I just want to say, again, sorry about Powerpuff Girls vlogs. I will do them when I can, but you just have to bear with me. And also, I'm seeing Boyhood tomorrow, so you'll have that to look forward to his review. So yeah, JStar260, may the Force be with you.